There's a moment you start noticing. The person who used to interrupt you now lets you finish. The one who used to provoke you now measures their words. They still test the room, but not you. And you didn't threaten them. You didn't dominate them. You didn't become louder. So what changed? What if the most intimidating presence is the one that no longer reacts the way it used to? Toxic behavior rarely begins loudly. It begins subtly, a comment that feels slightly off, a joke that lands too sharply, a comparison you never asked for, a tone shift that makes you question yourself. At first, you respond normally. You clarify, you explain, you defend. Because your brain is wired for social equilibrium. Humans are co-regulating organisms. Your nervous system constantly scans for approval, threat, and belonging. When someone signals disapproval, your amygdala activates, not because you're fragile, but because your brain interprets social rejection as danger. Thousands of years ago, being excluded from the tribe meant death. So today, even mild tension feels urgent. Toxic individuals learn this pattern, consciously or unconsciously. They test boundaries to measure how much influence they have over your emotional state. If you react quickly, they register control. If you defend yourself intensely, they register leverage. If you explain too much, they register insecurity. Behavioral psychology calls this operant conditioning. When they provoke you and receive an emotional reaction, their brain releases dopamine, reward. The behavior strengthens. The more you react, the more they escalate. Over time, you begin to feel exhausted, hyper-aware, guarded, drained. You start thinking, why do they treat me this way? Why does this keep happening? Am I too sensitive? But sensitivity isn't the issue. Predictability is. You are not attracting toxic people because you are weak. You attract them because you respond. You care. You engage. You value connection. Toxic personalities look for emotional accessibility. When your internal world is open and reactive, it becomes interactive. And interactive systems are controllable systems. But something changes when you stop participating in the emotional script. Not aggressively, not dramatically, quietly. The human brain depends on prediction. Your brain builds constant models about how others will behave. When those predictions fail, the brain experiences uncertainty, and uncertainty feels like loss of control. Toxic individuals fear loss of control more than confrontation. The first shift happens when you pause before responding. A pause seems small, 3 seconds, maybe 5. But neurologically, it's powerful. When someone makes a sharp comment, your limbic system activates instantly. The urge to defend arises before conscious thought. When you pause, your prefrontal cortex engages, the part responsible for regulation and decision-making. You insert space between trigger and reaction. That space prevents reinforcement. It also creates uncertainty. They expect emotional immediacy. When it doesn't come, their brain begins scanning. Did it land? Did it work? Why aren't they reacting? Silence becomes feedback. Controlled silence signals autonomy. The second shift is privacy. Information is psychological leverage. Some individuals strategically gather data about others, not for intimacy, but for positioning. Your fears, your past, your triggers, details become tools. When you reduce emotional disclosure, you reduce leverage. You're not cold, you're selective. Scarcity increases perceived value and unpredictability. When someone cannot easily access your internal world, they lose predictive advantage. Unpredictability triggers caution. Privacy is boundary clarity. Boundary clarity reduces opportunistic behavior. The third shift is physiological calm. Your body communicates before your words do. Humans unconsciously mirror visible emotional states. Raised voice creates tension. Rapid speech creates urgency. But when your breathing remains slow, your posture relaxed, your voice even, you disrupt emotional contagion. You become a regulatory anchor instead of a reactive amplifier. From an evolutionary lens, calmness signals status. High-status individuals conserve energy. They don't flinch at minor threats. When you remain steady during subtle attacks, you signal that you are not threatened. When intimidation fails to produce fear, confusion appears. The strategy no longer works. The fourth shift is saying less. Over-explaining is often an anxiety response. It emerges from the need to be understood. But those who feel equal do not over-justify. When someone challenges you and you respond with, "That doesn't work for me," and stop there, you remove entry points. The brain prefers patterns. Toxic individuals look for emotional openings in long explanations. When your responses are brief, clear, final, there are no hooks. Clarity feels firm. Firmness creates hesitation in those who depend on ambiguity. The fifth shift is detachment from validation. Validation activates the brain's reward circuitry. Approval equals dopamine. Some personalities alternate warmth and withdrawal. This is intermittent reinforcement. Unpredictable reward creates obsession. But when you stop needing their approval, the reinforcement schedule collapses. No craving, no hook. Indifference destabilizes more than anger. Anger still signals investment. Indifference signals detachment. Detachment means influence has ended. That's threatening to someone who relies on control. The sixth shift is walking away quietly. Most toxic cycles escalate because both parties seek closure. Arguments stretch, voices rise, exits become performances. But when you leave without speeches, without revenge, without proving your innocence, the dynamic ends asymmetrically. Unfinished interactions stay active in the mind. Your calm exit becomes unresolved tension. They replay it because they never received the emotional climax they expected. Silence becomes louder than conflict. Let's simplify everything. Regulate first. Slow breath, relax shoulders, pause. Regulated bodies cannot be easily manipulated. Share selectively. Access to your inner world must be earned. Speak briefly. Clarity eliminates negotiation loops. Remove reward. No reaction, no escalation, no emotional spike. Behavior without reinforcement fades. Exit cleanly. You are allowed to leave without mutual understanding. Emotional independence reduces drama. Imagine you are a thermostat. Most people function like thermometers. They change based on the emotional temperature of the room. If someone gets angry, they heat up. If someone withdraws, they panic. But a thermostat sets the temperature. It doesn't absorb it. When you regulate your internal climate, external manipulation loses power. Toxic individuals rely on emotional volatility. Your steadiness removes oxygen from the fire. You are no longer a reaction. You are a boundary. This isn't about intimidation. It's about autonomy. When someone realizes they cannot move you easily, they adjust. Because influence requires responsiveness, and you are no longer easily moved. You don't need sharper words. You don't need dominance. You don't need to perform strength. The shift is internal. When your nervous system belongs to you, No one else can use it as a lever. Stay calm, stay brief, stay selective, stay steady. Not cold, not aggressive, centered. Because the person who cannot be emotionally steered cannot be easily controlled. And sometimes the quietest strength is the most unsettling of all.